No, just probably okay.
Well, I just was kind of thinking that I would actually incorporate that area there because it's so much rock. And just have most of the time probably have this open like this. And you come out here and you kind of have a little bit of mulch around this, and then eventually next year do a little path with mulch around the tree. Probably some hostas, a bench, something, the mulch comes around the arbor here. Probably not too wide at this section right here, but come through here and out to that root right there. Curve to that root, and then curve around this and that's kind of what I was thinking. I do probably have to get rid of this mound, but either that or figure out how to mulch right around it. Depends how far these bags of mulch that are sitting here go. Because that wouldn't be necessarily bad either. Just mulch right in here and plant something and go right in around here. Like so, and then right around the tree. And I would just go as far as these roots are there. And I wouldn't really necessarily even bury them. I just kind of put it in the grass. Yeah. Or I thought maybe just like a latch that you could, or just a tie. You could untie it. Tie it right there or something. And then if you ever did want to have something where they were shut. But for the most part, and then I thought I'm actually going to put one rose on one side and another on the other. That's why I was kind of thinking could go a little bit out covering this up. I could also spray paint this all black. And I thought the grass was good and dead, and then we get rain.
Alright.
That dumb old rabbit. That rabbit are gonna have tonight. I bet the rabbit wins. That's a pretty good shot. just about 2 inches. Dry again. So we had rain yesterday and again this morning. 1.5 inches altogether. And it hasn't even really touched the soil. As you can see there, it's barely made it through the top surface. And at least it's not quite concrete. It's made it down enough that it is breaking up at least. But kind of reached that point now with the spade here where it's literally feeling like concrete down there. I can scrape it off, but I'd have to go get more water in order to be able to get a deeper hole dug. So I think this is actually going to be deep enough for what I need right now. And then I'm going to put the hose on it and let it soak in. So I haven't quite got all the grass killed, or rather, the grass is pretty dead, but I haven't sprayed it again yet, and it's going to come back with this rain that we've had. But I think I'm just going to mulch over it and then preen and etc., and try to, try to keep the roses growing that I'm going to plant here and kill the grass and weeds for good. I just really need to get these roses in the ground. So, boy. Yeah, let me see how far down that rose is gonna go, and then I'll try to plant it and bring the hose back over here. Yeah, I should probably go a bit deeper, but just gonna see here. This is the trouble with roses, trying to get them out of the pot without scraping yourself all up. Yeah, see, that should be a bit deeper, but I think we'll be all right. And I'm gonna try to turn it just so it's a climber. And I would like it to be climbing on the trellis there, but I want it to not extend too far out this way. Alright, so I'm going to break up some of the soil that came in it, or came out of the hole, and then I will get some nice soil out of one of the bags here. Actually, maybe I'll get some nice soil first. Some nice wet soil here. And the rose itself is plenty wet. They were sitting in a wheelbarrow. They got full of rain. So it's got plenty of moisture in it. Over with some native soil here. I'm going to also mulch this so it doesn't need to be too extremely well buried. I don't believe the rabbit's going to pull up a rose bush. Put a lot of this grassy stuff over there. how dirty I've been getting today. Getting some other things planted too. Just kind of push that down in there. We're expecting more rain tonight, so I will probably water this in some, but see what we get tonight, and then I'll water some more tomorrow. Break this up a bit. Since it's got some of that top moisture. Figure out this arbor and what to do exactly. I believe it probably came with some stakes that worked, but yeah. They probably only worked for so long, and that's probably why the person got rid of it. So now I just need to think of maybe we'll figure out a way to dig something way into the ground and tie it off. These stakes were a good idea, but they're not gonna be deep enough for when we get a rain like we've had. So, because I could literally just wind catches the top of it, pulls them right up out of the ground. Even if we hammer it down really well. And on this side, I can't because of the way it's designed here. Have to have a smaller stake, and a smaller stake just isn't going to hold this down. Maybe go in at an angle. See, if I can push it in though, the wind is going to take it right out. Hammer it deep enough to keep it from doing, yeah. And even if I open it up, this is still in the way. So, not even moving. See, that's just gonna totally miss it. But yep, right up out of there. So something with some twisty turny, like a dog tie out. Even then though, this is so top heavy. I don't know. We'll see. I think I have some somewhere that we don't use anymore. I could go get them and try that out and just tie it together. Stick it, tie it, and twist it in, tie it to the arbor, and then put mulch around the twisty and hope that nobody trips over it. Oh, frustrating. For the moment. Hurt to have an extra thing. It's kind of one of those things where maybe I drill down, put a little concrete in, put that in, and then it would hold. But I'm out of concrete, so goes. For tonight, I hope we don't get too much of a storm. Alright, one more rose on the other side, and then I'm going to put the mulch down. Okay, so I don't know how this is going to do either, but we'll give it a shot. And then I think I'll just do it around the outside post here. I want to try to not give it any real give, so I'll have to tighten that up afterward. I don't know, I don't want to put it too far out because it's a trip hazard, but I'm going to mulch all around this, so kind of expect that I'm going to mulch over the top, but maybe put it there. Will I be able to make it tight enough to keep it from tipping back? Because that's essentially what's happened. They're tipping either backwards or forwards. And so if I put it on this side, it would prevent it from going back, but it won't prevent it from going this way. So let's try it on the side and see what happens. I don't know that this is going to be able to necessarily go into the ground enough to keep it from ripping out when it gets really moist. When we get a lot of moisture and then get high winds, oh, and I'm not going to be able to turn it anymore. Ouch. Turn it out just a little bit here. Let me grab a tool here. And in doubt, go just a little ways at a time. I'm gonna have to go a little more than that. Hit the rose. Well, tell you what, till we get some more rain, I can't go any deeper than that. I also can't pull it out, so there's that. Right now the problem is, if we go underneath, and then tie it up to it. Twist it all around it. Put mulch over top of this. Nobody will ever know the difference, right? Except for everybody watching. Okay, well, it's still gonna because I'm not over top of that. Okay, gotta go over top of that. So what if tell you what, back this off, untwist it, give myself some more length. Pull this through to hold on to that. Tighten it down as much as I can. Twist it all around. Okay, so this part's not going to look good, but for the moment, oh, I wonder if I could, no, because of the corkscrew, it's not going to hammer in very much. All right, so mulch all around it. Let's see. Good wind's gonna continue to try to take it, but the other one on the other side. Let's see how bad it is. See how our door's doing. Alright, so I've shifted quite a bit. Alright, well this side's settled now, so it's gonna have to be this side. But for the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and put the rest of this mulch down. And I don't know. Concrete. Until this mulch got wet. Yuck. That's broken. Pull it off. Still isn't gonna work, but it might hold it for tonight. I don't know. I'm putting the mulch over top of it, but I'm kind of thinking moving the mulch back and putting concrete on it. Okay, I gotta hurry before I get poured on here. So, we're done for the moment. And if you see the red paint in the grass, that's just me kind of getting an idea for what I want to maybe continue next year. But I'm done for the moment, and I'm going to try to figure out how to stake this arbor down better, because I don't really like the dog tie-outs for one thing. But if I do leave those in, I will probably come up with another little plant that will go right over top of those and go in well with the roses that are going to eventually grow up on the arbor here. I think what I'm going to end up having to do is probably put in some T-posts, and I'll spray paint them black and put in some T-posts, and then eventually the roses will be climbing on there and it'll look a lot prettier eventually. Still kind of working on the side of the house here and fixing up some things over there. got some bushes in there that look pretty cruddy right now. But hopefully we're getting the rain that's going to keep them alive this summer. So, and at this point I'm kind of hoping we don't go from totally dry for 6 weeks to flooding for 6 weeks. So anyhow, we're done for now, and I don't know. I tell myself this is a project for next year, but once I start on things, I tend to want to keep going. So I don't know. I'm not always so great with the maintaining the other projects, though, is the problem. So I probably need to tell myself to stop this one for right now and just work on the garden. So anyhow, thanks for watching today, and yeah, you've probably seen some of the other projects that I'm hopefully getting them all done, but this one's a work in progress one. Anyhow, thanks for watching. So I thought I would come and sit out in the shade for a little bit. I'm kind of working on another project. Kind of still have this one to finish up. But I've already started a different project, and this one is, the rest of this is kind of something I thought of after the fact, and I'm going to work on more either later this fall or next year. But anyhow, I thought I'd come and sit out here and enjoy the bench here and the little shady area under the willow tree. I can kind of already see that I'm going to have to expand my mulch a little more than I thought I was going to around the willow, but that's fine. And in fact, I'm kind of looking at it and thinking I will probably end up then actually putting a little path here from the willow over to the garage. Probably like just stepping stones or something. Nothing fancy. And but anyhow, yeah, I can see some more mulch and a new flower bed around there, and nothing that's really difficult to maintain. I've mostly got, it's not looking really mulch. The mulch here is not looking really great right now. I got to fix up the bird bath for one thing, and most of the plants over here are going to be ones that don't take a lot of tending. Obviously I'm going to have to weed and things like that, and most of these don't look great right now because A, the dumb rabbit, and B, it was pretty dry when they got planted, and then we've had a couple inches of rain, but nothing's really perked it up yet. But mostly it's the rabbit and the fact that it's dug up several of these. They've been replanted several times. It has scraped the mulch over on top of the ground covers that I had planted in there, all kinds of things like that. But maybe later this fall, some of it'll take off and be growing up really well. And so, anyhow, just thought I'd come out and enjoy my cinnamon roll in the shade. And I'll show you here what eventually might look like a nice background there. But yeah, it'd be a nice shady spot to sit. We'll have to put some blocks for it to rest on the blocks so that it doesn't, we get bouts of some serious mud around here, so we'll have to have a bit of a foundation. Ooh, and the bumblebee likes my cinnamon roll. So I think I'm gonna stop for a minute and deal with the bumblebee. I need to get a table out here now. It's nice and cool here in the well, it's humid. It's very humid, but it's nice here in the shade, so yeah, nice little spot to eventually look at a nice, neat, landscaped little area. Bird bath needs fixed. I need to get rid of my headphones. That's okay, I got it. You can bring your rocker out here though. Yep. Yeah, I like a nice little glider here. It's helpful when you need to stop and take a break, but you still feel a little antsy. You can kind of do a little rocking. So that's nice. We actually, as soon as I got this one, which kind of reminded me of one that my grandma used to have, although I think hers was a lot bigger and back in those days they're probably sturdier. But anyhow, I just thought, you know what, Grandma used to have a glider. I want to have a glider again. And I thought I'd put it out here in the mulch path and be able to sit out here in the shade and look at all the plants here and probably looking at all the weeds that I need to get pulled out eventually. Right now it's not too bad, but it just rained, so it's going to have quite a few weeds here shortly. But I've got a lot of preening down, so hopefully that'll help. But also the rabbit disturbed a lot of mulch, so that didn't help. Anyhow, but as soon as I got this, we saw a couple of nice wood rockers. And I thought, it'd be nice to sit out in the shade and just rock away in a little wood rocker. And yeah, so I don't know, we'll see. Maybe that'll be something I can figure out how to incorporate in all this. But anyhow, for now, I'm going to enjoy my cinnamon roll, and then I'm gonna go on to my next project, which I've already kind of started, but I need to get finished. Although I won't be able to finish it either. But I need to get some things planted that are part of this project. So anyhow, but yeah. So I'm just gonna enjoy the shade for a little while and eat my cinnamon roll, and then move on to doing that. It's one of those things that I want to do. I want it to be done, and I wanted to do it, but now I'm a little bit like, I don't know if I want to do this portion of it. It's going to take quite a bit of work, but it'll look nice in the end, so there you go. I'm going to be all messy with my cinnamon roll here. Actually, I was just wondering, I don't remember what you're seeing in the background. I might need to change the camera angle. Yeah, this way you can see what I get to sit in the shade and look at. Again, gotta get some heavy duty glue, probably silicone for the bird bath over there. And then I'm actually going to need to figure out how to stake it as well, because I had quite a few rocks in the base, and one of our storms still took it over. That's why it broke. But it's just fiberglass, so I didn't realize that when I ordered it. Otherwise I probably wouldn't have. But yeah, someday a nice stone fountain in there would be, that'd be nice. And from this angle, I'm mostly seeing the trellis that's going to have a clematis on it eventually. I wonder if I scooch over here. Yep, I scooch over here. I've got a straight shot to that Chicago luster viburnum at the back corner there. You really can't see it though because of the corn. So I may end up having to put a trellis or something in that corner too that kind of provides a background. not one of these style trellises because you still wouldn't see it through the corn. You'd see the corn in the background. But maybe like a, oh, I can't think what I want to say. Shoot. I hate these moments. Something a little bit more solid. And there's a framework that there's a specific word that I'm thinking of that I can't think of it. But yeah, something a little bit more solid behind that so that you see the actual viburnum rather than just green with green. And of course it'll have flowers on it that you'll see eventually, but like right now, I would kind of like to just see that corner as the nice plant, not necessarily all the corn. But corn's okay too. I'm actually glad to see it as tall as it is, given how much of a drought we've been in.